I have not beaten one SNES game ever.
Oh wow.
Ever.
I need to revoke your nerd card, man.
Man,
Give me your gamer card, sir.
Those games are way harder than anything we've played now, besides like the Dark Souls or the Cupheads and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, Cuphead. Oh Lord. Don't get me started. That game. Yeah, Dark Souls. Oh, yeah. But yeah, those games are hard. Like, I think kids have it easier these days. They definitely have it easier.
They get to keep their quarters too.
Oh yeah. What's up?
Not much, man. We created the podcast to talk to other creators, and you are a man of many things.
Yeah.
So, introduce yourself, man.
Well, I'm Godrick Johnson. For those who don't know me, I'm an artist, game developer, musician. I make video games, I make music, and I run an esports team. So my game company is called Jetstream, my record label is called G Records, and my esports company team is called G Sports.
Man, how do you get into so many damn things, bro?
Man,
where did it all start? What's the origin story?
Long story. When I was a kid, 5-6 years old, a lot of people probably have this story. Nintendo. Like, I always wanted to make video games as a kid, so that was a big inspiration for me. Nintendo, Sega, so huge. I'm a Nintendo kid at heart, so huge Mario and Luigi fan. I love Sonic, so I was always drawing when I was in elementary school, middle school. My dad was a big inspiration for that too, because my dad used to draw a lot when I was a little kid, and I used to mimic him and draw after he
as we all do.
As we all do, yeah. My dad would always have like these little stick figure drawings, and then I would copy him 5-6 years old and just trying to, do like my dad, and it just went from there, from video games and drawing and being an artist. And
was he the one that got you into video games too?
My older brother, actually. My older brother got me into video games. He actually bought my first Nintendo console, which is the NES. So I'm showing my age. But yeah, showing my age, the gray box.
Don't say that, because I'm not too far from you, bro.
Yeah.
This is my month's coming up.
Okay.
I'm about to turn 29.
Oh man, get out of here. You're young, man. You're a young man.
I feel that way.
I got you beat by like 9.
By 9?
Yeah.
Ah, man, you don't look like it, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Black don't crack. That's what I heard. Black don't crack, man.
Yeah, your bro, he got you your first Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. So, and my Super Nintendo, actually, too. So my older brother, bought me my NES for Christmas, and he got me a Super NES, too. And my older brother is actually an engineer. So he's an engineer, but he plays video games. He's a gamer, and he liked the old school anime back in the day, like Robotech.
Okay.
So, and actually, that's how I got
anime too.
A little bit in anime too with the Robotech, and then I like Voltron, so that's why I was on Voltron. But I saw
y'all mech guys.
Yeah,
which makes sense for him being an engineer.
Yep. So
do he build like different like robots and shit?
Nah, my brother used to build like these planes in kits, like, and would fly them. Like, I remember when I was a young kid, like 8 or 9, he used to take me out to the fields and just fly his little helicopters and these planes and these models he would build. And he sent me one, but I never built it. So he's like, "No, you're gonna have to do it." And I was like, "Oh, I wanted him to do it."
Like, bro, I'm not following you on this one.
Yeah. I was.
You're gonna have to go at it
follow
alone.
Direction. Yeah, because he used to, make the plane and paint it and do just. Yeah. That was cool, man. Like all the boxes he would send me, and I was like.
I see those like model cars and those model different things. I'm like, that'd be cool to do if I was retired. I know I wouldn't do that right now. Or quarantine times. I guess that would be do. But us, we have so much other things. We like, quarantine come, cool, bet.
Right.
Let me just stop doing this. I got these 100 other things that I wanted to do. So
exactly. And I was a kid at the time too. I was like 10, 9, 10, somewhere around there. My brother used to take me around Hobby Town, if it's still around, Hobby Lobby or whatever.
I feel like I've heard of Hobby Town before.
Hobby Town, yeah.
I don't know if that still exists.
I think it's still here in Baton Rouge, and we would get parts and whatever for his planes or helicopters.
Hobby Town on Florida?
Yeah, on Florida, I think.
Okay, I've never been there. Yeah. It's been there since we've been kids. And
yeah.
seems to be thriving.
It's been there a while.
Yeah, but I need to walk in there.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool spot. You should check it out. I ain't been there in years, but I know it's still there because I pass by every time I go to my studio. right on Florida. I pass right by it. Yeah.
So, if I had to ask, from the games that he bought, the systems he bought you, what's your favorite from those eras?
But as a child, I would have to say Super Nintendo, for sure. Because like I say, he got me my NES and my Super Nintendo. I didn't actually buy my first console until high school, until I got a PlayStation. So for my kid years, when I was a kid, definitely Super Nintendo, because Donkey Kong Country is one of my favorite games. Rare. So shout out to them and Nintendo. That game was awesome, and it was really big hype when it came out. This 3D Donkey Kong. I was like, oh man, it was just so fun, and it was kind of challenging too. Some of them levels.
I have not beaten one SNES game ever.
Oh wow.
Ever.
I need to revoke your nerd card, man. Give me your gamer card, sir.
Those games are way harder than anything we've played now, besides like the Dark Souls or the Cupheads and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, Cuphead. Oh Lord. Don't get me started. That game. Yeah, Dark Souls. Oh, yeah. But yeah, those games are hard. Like, I think kids have it easier these days. They definitely have it easier.
They get to keep their quarters too.
Oh yeah. They get to keep their money in their pocket, and what's funny is actually the arcade, what I learned in college, and it's true, the arcade was actually designed for you to lose, to take your money, and then you keep getting better and better to get the high score, and everybody else want to beat that high score, and it just keeps funneling. Shout out to actually the High Score documentary on Netflix. That's really cool. It talks about the history of video games and arcade. And, I got a few people in the game industry on that show, on that docu-series, and it's great. It's a great. I recommend definitely watching the High Score.
Something I have to check out. We could do another lazy ass review of. That's our review segment.
Okay, we could curse on here. All right, cool.
Yeah, for the most part. I guess we'll keep it a little tapered.
Yeah.
That way we can make sure the content's pretty shareable.
Yeah.
So we can everybody can listen.
I agree. Yes. If we have children, we'll think of the children.
Yeah. Because ultimately we're becoming older gentlemen, but
established gentlemen.
Yeah.
Distinguished gentlemen.
But yeah, our industry still caters towards the young whippersnappers.
Yeah. The younger demographic. The esports age, that 18 to 24, but also, the kids that age 5, 6 till, 15, and it just goes on. But the median age for a gamer now is actually, I think, 37. So as game...
Makes sense, because we got disposable income to buy whatever we want.
As we older millennials, like I am, I'm an older millennial, as we get older, that number still stays around, goes climbing, because the people that's been playing games is myself. I've been playing games since I was like 5, 6 years old. So actually, my first console was Nintendo, obviously NES. But I used to play with my cousins. My older cousin had an Atari, so I used to go to his house, my aunt's house, and play Donkey Kong on there, Jumpman. Play Jumpman. Play Jumpman and Pac-Man on his Atari, and that was pretty cool too. So I had that experience as well. And that's obviously before Nintendo.
Yeah.
So, and I had both of those experiences around elementary school, 5, 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there. It's been a long time. I've been playing games for a while, and that's why I got into game development. Is I wanted to make video games, playing video games, and I was 2D artist. I used to always draw like every day. In elementary school, middle school, high school, I would draw, doodle, make my own characters, make my own stories, and that's where I'm at today. Right now, working on a few different game projects, and just having fun with it, and trying to put original content out and put BR on the map for game development. A lot of talented local game developers in Baton Rouge, as well as New Orleans, Shreveport area. So I'm pleased to see, everything's picking up, and even esports too is picking up in the greater Baton Rouge area, New Orleans area. I want to give a shout out to the homie Chris Turner, who actually just became the head of esports at Southern University.
Okay.
So I want to give him a shout out too, brother. So I'll clap it up for him because I was trying to get SU on esports like 4 years ago.
It's like crazy that. Oh crap! I started streaming this. Whatever.
Oh, we live.
We live. I meant to hit record. I hit stream.
We live. All right.
But what up? This is Lazy Talks with Godrick.
Godrick Johnson.
Godrick Johnson. Lazy Nerd is creating a platform where we talking to other creators so we can get everybody's word out there and just learn how did everybody get into the industry. Because for other people that are interested, I know sometimes it might seem like an unreachable task, but at the end of the day, a lot of these things that other people do that you like, that you consume their media of, they're just normal people.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty important to have a nice, cordial conversation with other creators, so it hopefully inspires you to go ahead and try to obtain your dreams.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You're so right about that. Going to GDC, well, not this year because of GDC online because of COVID, but I've gone to GDC since 2006, like right out of college. Was a volunteer for like 10 years in a row, so shout out to the Conference Associate Program, the CAs, Associate We All. Those guys are awesome. I met a lot of, awesome people, in that program that, done great things, that worked in the industry, working in the industry, winning awards, working on big titles, big game companies, indie titles, getting awards for those titles, and it's really cool just to see that and be friends, with people that you could really reach out, just talk to, like we having the conversation one-on-one.
Yeah.
And hearing their stories, and it's really inspiring. Every time I go out to California, it's a refreshing to go experience, be out there for like a week, and I get to see friends, industry associates I haven't seen in like months or a year, because it's like a big family reunion for us out there, because everybody's so far stretched out, coming all the way across the country, or some people actually coming from overseas and other countries, and now it's insane. Now we just got Zoom. It's the new normal.
Did you start this, like, you born and raised in Baton Rouge?
Born and raised in Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Yep.
That's the one
from
thing.
North Baton Rouge specifically. So I'm from North Baton Rouge specifically. I'm from Banks. So I'm not from California. I'm not from the West Coast. Put that out there.
Which is another important thing to note and add, that you don't have to be from these like Californias and different little like areas of the United States that are more meant for like gaming and stuff. You can start something wherever you are if you got the get up and do it enough.
Oh yeah. If you got to get up and go, you got the will. There's a way. Just put content. Let's get out there. Just find like-minded people, as yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Positive people, like-minded people that want to actually create and have fun and actually do stuff. Those are people you want to surround yourself with. That positive energy, and just go out and put it out into the universe. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. If I didn't start, G Sports, there wouldn't be no G Sports. We had a really successful 2019. We won a lot of tournaments. We traveled a lot. That was our season 2. We're in season 3 now, and everything's online. So we actually kicked off season 3 with a top 8 placement at Kumite in Tennessee. So shout out to my dude, Hot Boy Rob, one of my players, Hot Boy Rob in Tekken 7. Shout out to all my players, Zenzo, Nightmare Effect, Happy Medicine, Street Fighter players and Tekken players, and it was just awesome to see that in 2019, and now we have this 2020. It's like a complete 180. Yeah, it's like we're in the upside down. If you watch Stranger Things, like we're straight in the upside down. So it's like damn.
Yeah, this year has been the sit your butt down year.
We're straight in the upside down. So it's like,
My bad.
It's all good.
Trying to make sure, since I already got us live, go ahead and throw her in the Discord, just in case other people interested in jumping. Maybe they might have questions for you.
Okay.
Because at this point, if we're live, might as well see if we can get an audience.
Yep.
Ask questions, because you pretty much know how to start a gaming company. Because you have your own gaming company. You know how to start your own esports team. Because you got an esports team. What else?
And my record label, music.
Music.
I shout out to Crystal Parker. Her new song just came out a couple weeks ago, Paparazzi Girl. We did a video for it. It's first single for her new house record. Her new house record called Crystallize. So that's coming out soon. And then my cousin goes by Knight. Look out for him. He's going to be putting some music out for him soon on our YouTube channel, which is the G Records. There's a lot of G Records, but just type in like Godrick Johnson G Records on YouTube or G Records Crystal Parker. You'll find us. It's a black record with a G in it. So so that's easy to find there. So that's our logo. So we got Crystal's music. Her record's about to come out soon. Finishing that up. We got about 5 tracks done. Got to finish 2 or 3 more. And then we got Night coming out after that, and I might be having new music too. I don't know, but I'm just putting my other artist stuff out there first. And yeah, so we're doing music, and I'm doing like I said, we're running the esports team and trying to finish these game projects that I either outsourced or in-house.
What's queued up now for is the game stuff that you probably like say is most important right now that you want to talk about?
Yeah, so with the game stuff, I just want to finish Casanova. That's number one. It's finish Cyberpunk Casanova. Actually, get all the voice actors together and get that handled, and also get the last of the bug testing, the fixing, because it's kind of an off and on project. We've been off for a while right now, unfortunately.
This is a personal project, correct?
This is personal in-house, and then I got some other outsourced projects that I'm working on too. So the Casanova, we've been working on that, for like 5 years, and it's ready to be done. I've been ready to be done with that and just move on to the next project, visual novel, thriller.
Game development is not a short.
It's not for the faint of heart. Indie game development is not for the faint of heart, and it's not a short.
It's not a short trip. It's a long journey.
No, it's a journey, and especially that's my 4th game, that in-house game at least I've worked on, and it's been interesting. I'm gonna just say that it's been interesting because it's a long story. I don't want to get into that, but cool. It's interesting. It's been a lot.
What's some things that you would like people to probably go check out that you've already finished, that they can actually go play?
As of right now, we actually don't have any of our old stuff on the app stores, because my first game was Circuit Swap, and that came out in 2010, which is a puzzle game.
Yeah.
That came out on iPhone, Apple, and Google Play. And then I had another game called Crush Hour, which was on both systems, both mobile platforms. And then I had another game, Star Shapers. Unfortunately, none of those games are live right now because restructuring, different jet stream from the old jet stream. So that's a long story. So from like 2010, 2011, somewhere around there, to 2012, that's when I had to restructure. And a lot of those games, they're not live now. They're just on my tablet. They're on one of my Android tablets. That's where the games are now. I do have a plan to actually re-release 1 or 2 of them. Just update the artwork and just re-release them in the future. But the main thing is right now I just want to get Casanova done and get that out to the people. Shout out to all the people that pre-ordered. Thank you for being patient. We apologize for the super delays, but I'm gonna get it done. It's just COVID and just a lot of stuff going on. It's all out of pocket money that me and my business partner pay out of pocket to fund this venture, because we tried to do a Kickstarter in 2016, and unfortunately we didn't make it. We asked for $8K and we got like a little under $2,500. So that wasn't gonna cut it. So we just funded it ourselves, and
sometimes this is what you gotta do.
You can do what you gotta do. You want to get it out, get it done, just gotta get it done. So that's basically where we at with that. And yeah, just want to get that complete. Got some nice stuff to go with the people that pre-order. They're gonna get the digital poster, the soundtrack, and
y'all giving physical stuff.
Well, digital.
Oh, you said digital. My bad.
Digital. I'll print out some physical stuff for local people, but if they want it, they can have the physical poster, and they can have the poster and the actual soundtrack and the art book. That's 3 things that the pre-orders you got. If you paid the $10, you're gonna get digital poster, digital art book, and the soundtrack with the game.
And how we find it?
cyberpunkcasanova.com or jetstream.com, JETSTREAME.com. So either one of those.
And I'm going to take all of this information that he's giving me, guys, and make sure, because I'm going to take it from Twitch. Like I said, I didn't know I clicked stream on accident, but whatever. We're going to roll with it. We're going to roll with the punches just like with the COVID crap. But I'm going to take all the information he's giving me, guys, and make sure when I transfer it to the YouTube, I sound old, the YouTube. When I transfer it over to the YouTube, in the description bar, I'll put all his links so you guys can get in touch with him just in case. I don't know. Are you open for like questions?
Yeah, of course. I appreciate that. Yeah, of course. Any questions, I welcome that. Yeah, it's funny. You would sound really old if you said the YouTubes. You put it to the YouTubes.
I have to put that in my mental note for my next time I'm talking.
Put it out on those internets.
I don't mind sounding old sometimes. So I like saying the book face. Book face and the Twitters.
And the Twitters. Book face, Twitters on them internets. On those interwebs. Find us on those interwebs. Yeah, man.
But shit, you got. You said the tournaments. You got digital tournaments coming up, right?
Balancegaming.network. So we got Pros versus Joes, and basically what Pros versus Joes is like, we're gonna have G Sports Pro players. You have a chance to actually compete against pro players. You sign up for the tournament, Street Fighter, Tekken. You go to balancegaming.network, and you can choose, what tier you want to play, the $10 tier or $50 tier, which actually you get a chance to win a gold coin. Okay. And the gold coin is actually worth a little under $3,000, or a little under $3,000, which is kind of cool because,
This is a physical coin.
A physical gold coin. I've never played for gold, like it's the Wild Wild West.
Oh, so like y'all giving out a
it's actual
minted.
It's an actual physical gold coin. You're playing for. You're paying the $50 tier. And Street Fighter, Tekken, and you're playing against pro, you have a chance to actually win that coin, and that's pretty cool. We have some other prizes on there too. But if you want to find more information, you go to balancegaming.network, and I'll give you the link.
I wish I was good enough to win me a gold coin. That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah.
It'd be a nice little token that I could like sit on my mantle over here.
And it's worth some money. So like if you ever get down, like hey, you bite it, take it. Hey, pawn shop man. He's like, hey man, just give me 2 racks. Give me 2 racks, you good. 2,500 something.
Or you can go old school, melt it down, put it in your teeth.
Some slugs.
Yeah,
we decided to put some slugs. Yeah, my boy Rob, he has 2. He got the slugs. So
I thought that stopped being a thing.
No,
but people still rock grills.
Yeah.
So
shout out to my dude. I'm a huge Saints fan and Pelicans fan. So AK-41, Alvin Kamara. It's the Alvin Kamara show with the Saints apparently. Like, and I don't want to even get into that because we're not looking too hot right now. Yeah. That's all I'll say with the Saints. We're not looking too hot right now. Need to be doing better, Sean Payton, Drew Brees. Y'all need to be doing better.
That's what Kosi was saying yesterday with our podcast. He was like, man, I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm going to just leave it at that because I got a lot more to say. But this ain't a sports a podcast, not a sports.
It's a whatever podcast because, we want to talk about you and what you do. But still, if you're interested in sports, we can go into sports. We can kind of jump wherever.
Yeah.
Only thing I kind of like to stay away from is the things that, when you're meeting new people, they always tell you not to go into.
Okay.
Religion and politics.
Yeah. Right.
We're going to keep those off the table. But
right.
anything else, because honestly, in my opinion, sports is a part of nerddom. People geek out. People wear a sports team just like we go to cons and see people dressed as cosplay. You go to a sports event and you got to see people in jerseys and everything.
Shirts, hats, all that.
So... Y'all don't like to be considered nerds, but y'all are sports nerds.
Sports nerds. Yeah.
So it's all same to me.
I could see that I'm a game nerd and sports nerd. So video game nerd, sports nerd, geek, anime. I like anime, so a lot of that. So
you're just a versatile nerd.
Yeah, I'm just a versatile nerd, versatile geek, geek of all trades of geekdom. It's. Yeah, I'm a huge Saints fan, though, huge Pelicans fan. Basketball is actually my favorite sport, though. I really love basketball more than football, so I'm a huge Pelicans fan. So I love, I've been keeping up with them since they were the Hornets. And this was back in the other Davis days, when I always say, and not Anthony Davis, but Baron Davis. So this is back in 2002, 2003, when I was following the then Hornets. Now they're the New Orleans Pelicans. But... yeah, big basketball fan. I go to the games a lot. I go to a lot of Saints games too. At least try to go to at least 1 or 2 Saints games a year. I've been doing. Yet. Oh, you gotta go. The experience, the electricity in the building, in the dome, like it's amazing. Like you gotta get that experience to just that feel. And all the fans when the Saints is rolling, man. Especially like, super. I wish I wasn't home then. During I just got back, I think. When they on their Super Bowl run in 2009. I had just moved back from California here. But I didn't start going to games until about 2011, I think. My first Saints game was actually against the Texans, and we were down at the half. This was Drew Brees versus Matt Schaub, and we were down. We finally came back in the second half. I was happy because I didn't want my first Saints game ever to be a loss.
Yeah, that would suck.
They wanted to be an L. I was like, oh man, that was my first Saints game. They lost, but man, we turned it up, and I think the score was like 40-something to 33 or something like that.
That's even better experience to think that you were gonna lose. That means you was on this emotional roller coaster and then it came out on a high. Yeah. That was. I'm pretty sure you'll never forget that damn game.
No. I still got that ticket too. I keep a lot of my Saints tickets. I keep all the W's. We throw the L's in the garbage. I throw the L's away because there's one L in particular. I was kind of, and it happened again against the Raiders. But like when the Raiders came here in like 2016, I think that was the Saints home opener, and we were up big. But one of our star cornerbacks got hurt, and shout out to him too, my dude Delvin Bro, who's actually a New Orleans native. Actually plays for the Hamilton Tire Cats, which I'm a fan of them as well. The Hamilton Tire Cats CFL team.
I was about to say, what kind of team is that?
That's a CFL, Canadian Football League. So shout out to the Tire Cats. I go and check them out for the past.
That's a true sports fan right there. He don't care if it's American football or Canadian football.
Yeah. It's what's funny about the Tire Cats I got into is one of my other good friends got me into it. And what I found out is there was quite a few former Saints players and LSU players that played for the Tiger Cats. And that's how I really got involved with them. I was like, oh, wait, I know that guy. That's Michael Ford, or that's Terrence Tolliver. What? That's Peter Diakowski. These are LSU names, or this is Bobby Richardson. That's Delvin Bro. Like, what? Like, oh man, like these are former LSU Saints players. They're all playing for the Tiger Cats. Because Delvin Bro actually is a really cool guy. I met him. He's awesome. I met him up there in Hamilton, basically when he was at the training. Basically, a shout out to the Gambles, basically the people, awesome people that actually housed us. That we met a great family, Canadian family up there. Me and a couple of my close friends, we went up there and we met them at a tailgate, and we just been friends ever since. So we've been going to Canada for like the last 3 years. Not this year, obviously, because COVID, but 2017, 18, 19. COVID just effed everything up. So F COVID. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm not gonna curse. I'm going to say F COVID.
We're going to keep PG-13.
Yeah, PG-13. Not Paul George 13, because that dude was terrible in the playoffs. Sorry, PG, and I like Paul George, but man, him and Kawhi just he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. It's too much talent, man. I'm gonna just have to be honest, man. I gotta keep it 100. Just it's you can't just be about talent. You gotta strategy and effort. It can't just be talent. You got the most talented person in the world, but they don't apply it.
Yeah.
It's wasted talent. And that's biblical. That's actually biblical. God give people a talent, and one guy, he goes and exchanges and he takes his talent and doubles it or triples it. Another guy doubles it, and the last guy just hit it and didn't want to do anything. Like, that's a message, man. Like, you don't sit on your talent. You share it. Share it with the world, you give to people. I've been always about that. Like, I grew up, mom and dad both, my mom's not here no more, but mom and dad both Christian ministers, preachers. So I grew up in a Christian home, Bible study every Wednesday, Sunday. My mom's preaching or my dad's preaching at church, and they go to different churches and stuff. But I grew up in a 2-parent home, and it was great. I had a great childhood with my parents. That was awesome. Like, I remember one time when I think my mom and dad, when they bought me my Game Boy, they surprised the heck out of me. I didn't expect to get that when I was like, I think middle school, and I came home in my room and it was just there, and I was so happy. Mom and dad got me that because I was a good kid for the most part. I hope. Like I hope I ain't run.
He might be selling us fish oil, guys.
Yeah, I hope I was a good kid. I got good grades and stuff, but we all kids, we all got into mischief. I'm pretty sure we all did. I got
it's part of growing up. You gotta test the parameters.
Yeah.
Once you get beat for going past those parameters, you're like, oh, okay, let me pull it back a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Yeah, I got my ass whippings. I definitely did. And I deserved it. Like doing stuff, talking bad teacher, and talking back to a teacher, just doing stupid stuff what kids do. Yeah, but like I say, my mom and my dad they're awesome, and I just thank God for them. I'm just happy that I had good parents, great parents. So that's usually that's really what it's about. We didn't have a lot really growing up. We didn't have much, but we had everything because I had my parents. I had my mom and dad, and that's all a kid can really ask for. The material.
Yeah, a great support system.
Yeah, my mom, my dad, my older brother, my lovely nieces. So it's just having good family, good friends, just people around, just that love you and care for you. And that's what it's all about to me.
Yeah, that's one thing I can probably attribute to some of my success. Having a pretty... dang, my brain just like.
Oh, he really is getting old.
That's just too many topics in my head.
Okay, my bad. Because we went from sports to family life, early family life.
Now I just got defrag all the information. Like, okay, things from tomorrow and yesterday did I do, but
did I leave the oven on?
Yeah. Having a good support system is definitely key to pushing yourself to doing some stuff. And that, I don't know, would you say that's probably the reason why you are more fearless to do some of the things that you got jumped into? Oh,
without a doubt. Mom and dad was always there, for me. They never deterred me from gaming, which I loved. They never really told me, put them video games down. You're gonna rot your brain, or some of those, don't pursue this. They saw I had that gift, the talent when I was a kid for drawing and creating. Yeah, I was a creative at a young age, so they saw that and they nurtured it. And my brother helped nurture that, and it grew me into the man I am today. So without my parents, there wouldn't be any G Sports. There wouldn't be G Records. There wouldn't be Just Train. There wouldn't be Game Hop. We'd have none of that without my parents or my brother. And my grandma, because I was really close to my grandma too. She's not here anymore, but that was my second home. I used to go to my grandma's house and play video games with my cousins up there in a little hick town you probably never heard of called LeCount. So I used to go up there every summer, and sometimes I would stay with my grandma, and it was hot up there in those summers, playing basketball. I used to hoop, every day hooping in the summer, and also in high school I would hoop Like I would get home, do my homework, hit the basketball court, play basketball. So yeah, without my folks, none of this stuff would exist. So I without them encouraging me and without them supporting me doing what I do, it wouldn't happen. Now I'll give you this little tidbit. What happened to me? This is a funny story. One time, I think in 7th grade, there was one teacher I didn't like, and I wasn't really doing my classwork. And I had, she called my mom and called a parent-teacher conference. So my mom and dad came to the school, and they were like, well, what is he doing? And he was like, oh, he's not doing his work. He's talking back, blah, 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 like a whole laundry list of infractions. And it's like, oh, he's not doing his work? Okay, let's take his video games.
Oh.
Man, they took everything. And that's worse than a whipping. I'm going to tell you that right now. To like an 11-year-old kid to take all their video games back, because we ain't had no smartphones. Like, took all that away.
See, I got bad. I got both.
That was bad.
I got both. I would get whippings and also punished too. They take all my consoles and stuff too. So I just had to be in double duty.
Oof.
Yeah. Every time. If I really got in trouble, every time. It wasn't no either or situation. I always got both. And I'm like, man.
It was rough. Yeah, it was rough.
Stare at this wall.
Stare at this. I'm imagining the games, and I remember these are some of the awesome games coming out, like Super Mario All Stars just came out NES, Super NES, SNES, and I couldn't play it because I was literally grounded for them. Not for that couple of classes. Didn't like the teacher. It was probably a good 6-7 months.
They had you on that kind of probation?
Oh, it was rough. It was a while.
See, they would put me on like a month or so. I don't know if your parents are like my parents. Did they actually give you a sentence?
I don't remember. It's been so long, but I do remember they took it felt like maybe not been 6-7 months, but it was a while.
Yeah,
it was a long time because I remember some of them games that came out I couldn't play them.
Yeah, my parents would give me a sentence. So they'd be like, you punished. Okay, how long? Don't ask me that. If you ask me that, you're going to be punished for longer. So
yep.
I'm just basically in gaming purgatory without any end of knowing when it's going to be ending. And me knowing if I even ask, I'm increasing my sentence. I'm like, man, this is bullshit.
Yeah. But you got to love your folks, man. They teach you, they taught us discipline.
Yeah.
That's discipline. I think, honestly, that's what's missing right now, currently. And I know I sound like an old man, but if I had a son, I don't got no kids. I'm single. So if I had a son, daughter, I'm doing the same stuff that my parents did to me, and I'm going to take all their games. That's like straight up, oh, you're not listening, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you're not applying your talent, you're not listening, you're not actually being a positive, helpful person, you're being a little brat. Well, let me just take all this, and you go sit your little ass over there. So I would just go and say that. So you just go sit down and think about what you've done. That's what, yeah.
Until a game, and that hurts.
Yo,
yeah. Yeah. The little 4-year-old that you see with me, Trey.
Yep.
Already 4 years old. You take his games away. He
don't know how to function.
He has to be like, okay, what did I do wrong?
It's the process.
He processes it,
right,
and he gets better. So
that's good. You training them up right. You training them up right. You're training them up right. It's the way they should go. So you gotta give the kids discipline. You gotta give them structure. You gotta set them straight. Give them structure, and that's.
But the other cool thing about this, parents, if you're listening, from what he's said, the supporting your kids and their talents and their the things they like to do is important. You're watering a seed, and just because you may not see the vision of where watering that seed may go, but if it's not negative, and if you can make sure they're getting their work accomplished and doing what they're supposed to be doing in life, go ahead and water that seed. Let them figure out what they're gonna be in life. That's not your job. Really, is to make sure they don't turn into a crappy person.
Yeah,
that's it. But trying to force them into jobs that may not even fit into what they really, their personality or what their heart wants. That's not our job as parents. Our job is to just make sure you're creating a decent human being.
Yeah.
And that decent human being is putting positivity in this world.
Into society. That's it. That really, just that simple. You hit the nail on the head. Just that simple. I don't want to use the old adage of just, be kind and don't be a you-know-what. Just, it's really a little more than that, but being a decent human being, I think that's what a lot of people are lacking now currently, and I don't want to go into the politics. I ain't gonna say, but it's just being a decent human being and actually having some empathy. That's all. Just have empathy for other people's plight and
a lot
struggle.
of that is just internet, honestly, because the internet magnifies the crappy people.
Oh yeah,
and the vocal minority. So, because even we can attest, because even with you didn't raise the money that you were looking for, but you still found $2,500 worth of people that was willing to mess with you and fund something you do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a significant amount. When we started doing funding for even you chipped out too on funding towards
the new spot.
So there's decent people out here. The media just be having us fooled sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. They do push their narratives. They got a lot of narratives, clickbait. What's going to bring the headlines, what's going to bring the clicks, what's going to move the numbers, metrics. And one of my business partners always says that word metrics. I kind of hate it, but it's true. Metrics. Everything's metrics. But yeah, it's kind of true. The numbers, what Jay said it too. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Well, that might be true, but numbers can be manipulated. That's one thing. Numbers can be manipulated, though. That's one thing I will say that. So, but yeah, it's I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on the Lazy Nerds podcast. I really.
Oh man, anytime you have something else that you need to promote, talk about, you more than welcome to. And I guess this is a good stopping point anyway, because this battery's about to die.
Okay.
So, again, this has been Lazy Talks with Godrick from G Sports and several other places. Before the battery dies, go ahead and throw some other information out to them that just in case you want to follow.
Yeah, so you can follow us. If you want to follow G Sports, it's G Sports Gaming on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Everything's G Sports Gaming. With Jetstream, Jetstream Studios on Facebook, I believe, and Jetstream Studios on Twitter. And G Records is Genuine Records Music on Instagram and Facebook, I believe, Genuine Records Music. So we need like 100 subs so I can have on the Genuine Records channel, so I can actually have Genuine Records Music, the URL. So that's eventually. So subscribe to my music channel. There's going to be a lot of new music coming up there. Subscribe to Jetstream, subscribe to G Sports, and subscribe to G Records, please.
All right, guys. We out. Later.
Peace.